So tell me, a lot of people are concerned about the launch of the new iPhone this fall, thinking there might be some delays. My take, having watched Apple for a long time, they tend to launch things on time, maybe not in the volumes that some people might have hoped, but I don't even know what demand is going to look like if people are going to be going out to stores this fall anyway. How does it look to you?
Yeah, sure. So it's possible that the product could be delayed. I think that's definitely well understood by the investor community. In the last three cycles, there have been twice that the product has been delayed a month to 2 months. The iPhone 10, the iPhone 10R. So it's not unprecedented that the product could be delayed. And one of the risks that we did highlight in our note is that people may be less willing to go to stores to buy the phone. They may have smaller pockets due to unemployment and the present situation, given lower spending. And so it's definitely a risk that we're worried about as it gets out into November and December.
Yeah, but tell me now about the price target hikes, though, because correct me if I'm wrong here, but on June 9th, you were at 350. On the 22nd, you were at 380. Now you're at 400. It looks like you're chasing it, and it makes me wonder, when is too high? You're at 400 now. I mean, is 450 at the end of the month? What's going on?
Yeah, it's a great question. And so I think what's interesting about the present sell side bias for price targets is that most of the outperform and buy ratings actually have a price target that's actually below where Apple is right now. And despite raising to $400, there's only one or two analysts who have a higher price target than I do at present. I think 400 makes sense. And here's why. The stock is at my price target is based on 25 times $16 in 2021 earnings. At this point in time, I think that's fair when you compare it to peers. I consider peers largely FANG and Microsoft. And where the multiple compares to peers, I think is fair at this point in time. But if it pushes much beyond where it presently trades, I think that's increasingly going to cause investors to become anxious.
I wonder when it causes you to become anxious. I mean, the comparisons to peers is what I wonder about, because when they're all on the way up, the comparison to peers says that, well, this one should go higher. But then eventually, if they've gotten too high, it and all the peers end up falling. So where do you peg it? When do you kind of fundamentally say, all right, the peers might be continuing to go higher. This stock might be better than that one, but it's all too crazy. I've topped out.
Yeah, so ultimately, Apple's attractive for many reasons. I think increasingly investors are beginning to understand that the core customer base is very entrenched, especially as you add on music and TV Plus, Apple Arcade. The list kind of goes on. An iPhone user presently is very likely in 4, 5, 7, 10 years to buy more iPhones going forward. That sounds to me like I'm basically describing what is more known as an annuity stream. I think that's kind of increasingly being valued correctly. At some point, I do think that the valuation could expand to a point where it outstrips the value of that annuity stream in terms of profits. And I think that's the point where we need to be more cautious. I don't believe we've reached that point yet.